faint of heart. We all stars, win or lose, we don't play the part. And when the going getting tough, I get to going hard. You bring your best and you know I'ma tear them apart. We made it survival, rival. I ain't got no time for anyone who ain't put in the work that I do. You ain't heard about it, think I'm gonna remind you. I've been out here doing what I say, it's what defines you. This is our time, hands to the sky. You already know, I ain't gotta tell them why. Hands to the sky, this is our time. You already know, I ain't gotta tell them why. This is our house. Yeah, and we can't put it down. This is our house. We go around, come around. This is our house. Hands to the sky. You already know, I ain't gotta tell them why. This is our house. Yeah, and we can't put it down. This is our house. You could doubt us, that's fine, but know one thing, real legend don't die. You could doubt us, that's fine, but know one thing, real legend don't die. And we ain't gonna leave till we win, it's 10 out of 10. Y'all, they can't believe what they see and they telling a friend. Yo, we'll pay the rent, this is our house, we beat them all down. Energized by the crowd, they saying it now. This is our time, hands to the sky. You already know, I ain't gotta tell them why. Hands to the sky, this is our time. You already know, I ain't gotta tell them why. This is our house.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Niner Sickness Podcast. We have a lot to unpack today. We're going to have a bunch of fun. We're going to talk 49er football. We're going to talk about the mandatory practices, who's there, who's not there, all that and much more right after this. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. It is hump day, middle of the week. Middle of the week, meaning the weekend is just around the corner. I'm sending out some notifications, so please bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I am sending out notifications out that I am live, all the way live from the Bay Area, San Francisco, California. Hope everyone is having a good time. Make sure to say hello to me in the comments. Make sure to come and say hi to me in the comments. Give me a second. Making sure I'm working the right camera here. Welcome, everyone. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Give me 1 second. Would appreciate it. You guys are amazing, by the way. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. We're going to talk 49er football. We're going to talk definitely. There we go. Got the right one. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing, brother? Jimmy's in the house. We got Daniel Barry Sports in the house. What's up, brother? Good to have you. Who else do we have in here? We got Tim Diaz in the house. So what's up, Tim? Welcome, sir. Welcome to the channel. So many things have been happening. I don't know if you guys heard if I'm looking down, it's because I'm sending out notifications. I am not trying to be rude. I'm just sending notifications out to all the 49er chats on Facebook and on YouTube so they can come and enjoy the fun as well. Welcome, Tim. Everyone, let's go Niners. Saludes. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And Jimmy says, smash that like button and subscribe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is the correct.
That is the correct answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. So there was a new, not a new 49er, but a 49er extension done, right? So the 49ers did an extension, maybe not the guy that we all want to be extended, and Brandon and you can work on to talk about it for sure, but there was an extension provided by the San Francisco 49ers. And I don't know about you, but I am glad the Niners did what they did. I am glad that they show that commitment to Christian McCaffrey. Give me 1 second. I am glad they gave that extension to Christian McCaffrey. He got a new deal worth $38 million, $19 million per year. Not only is it great for the San Francisco 49ers since we run the ball a lot, since we pretty much built the offense around Christian McCaffrey, it was amazing to hear that he extended his contract by 2 more years. So he is now a 49er until 2027. And it is good to know that we have our running back. We got our running back. We got receivers. I know right now the whole Brandon Ayuk is in question. Hopefully that gets taken care of. But we got Debo. We got Kittle. We added Thomas to the tight end room. We have Juice. We have Purcell. We have Cowing that we brought in. JJ was brought back. He got his contract extended as well. The San Francisco 49ers are doing everything in their power to make this roster better than it was in 2023. Do you think the Niners are fed up with the fact that we keep making it to the Super Bowl and keep losing to the freaking Chiefs? The Chiefs are trash. They are trash, trash, trash. But they keep beating us. They're not trash. They're a good team. But they're trash in my book. Listen, the Niners are doing everything they can within their power to get this 6th Lombardi ring. I know we fell short. I know we did not finish the goal that the Niners intended to and when they started the offseason of 2023. I know a lot of Niner fans, myself included, was frustrated in the loss. We were upset. It hurt. But now we're entering 2024. We went through the combine. We went through the free agency. We added key components. Then we went through the draft. We drafted some great players with potential. We got to see how that works out going forward. But at least from the perspective of being potentially good players, I think the Niners went the route of drafting players that have played a few years in college. More about what you can do for me today than what the ceiling might be. The Niners are normally drafting people based on their ceiling and not too much about their experience. I think this year the Niners approach the whole draft looking at it. You know what? I want players with experience, players that have been playing ball in college more than just 2 years. And that's the route they went. What's up, David Corona? I see you, brother. I see you, David. Good to see you, my friend. Let me see something real quick. So, the Niners brought in players that can contribute right away. I know that Kyle is not your typical coach that likes to play rookies, right? He doesn't like to play rookies for whatever his reason, whatever is stuck up his butt that he doesn't like to play rookies. Hopefully that's going to change in 2024. Listen, Kyle's a great coach. Kyle is a offensive genius. He is. Does he have flaws? Absolutely. Does he make mistakes? Of course. Does he have an ego? You name me a head coach that is as good as Kyle that does not have an ego. Now, some of those ego coaches have hardware behind their egos. But Kyle is trying to build that resume with hardware. People don't realize how hard it is to get to a Super Bowl. People don't realize how hard it is to win double-digit games during a season. Now, I understand. We 49er fans, we are spoiled, right? We're spoiled. We know how it is to win. We know how to get to the NFC Championship. It's about getting to the Super Bowl and winning it. Anything less is Super Bowl or bust based on what a lot of Niner fans say. Super Bowl or bust. And I want to reassure you that that is a mentality that the Niners do look at. The ultimate goal for all 32 teams is obviously to win the Super Bowl, right? Hold on, I'm a little bit too close. Is to win the Super Bowl. Every team that comes into camp, some of them are more realistic of accomplishing that goal. Others are not so much. But every team, whether you're great, good, or bad, have the same goal, is to win a Super Bowl or build an organization that can eventually win you a Super Bowl. So when we go to the Super Bowl and we come short, it is a very frustrating moment. It is. And I'm with you. It is frustrating when we come so far and we don't get what we intended to get from the beginning of the season, the 6th Lombardi Trophy. But I also want to encourage each and every one of you that, let me say hi to real quick to Royalty. We got Royalty in the house. What's up, Dina? Dina Harvey is in the house. How you doing, sis? God bless you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. So the Niners fell short losing the Super Bowl. We're frustrated. Blame can go everywhere, right? A lot of people want to fire Kyle. A lot of people want to get rid of Kyle. I understand the frustration, but Kyle wasn't the reason why we lost that game. There were so many things that went wrong. So many things that went wrong in that game. So many things that went wrong against the Niners. Niners dropped off. Hold on, guys. That's what I forgot to do. The Niners, the muff punt was terrible timing. The play where Feliciano got hurt, therefore they had to bring in the young kid, Spencer Burford, and he completely just blew that call that allowed Brock to get sacked. So many things went wrong in that game, and I think we're tired of the excuses. We're tired of we just want to win. And I think Kyle bringing in Gorindo, bringing in Cowing, bringing in Parcell, going after Thomas, a true number 2 tight end, which Kittle hasn't had ever since Denali Walker. And Kittle hasn't had Denali Walker. I forgot. Denali Walker played with Vernon Davis. So in reality, we haven't had a 1-2 punch tight ends. Now that we picked up Thomas, who had 55 receptions last season, even if he doesn't get 55 with the Niners, let's say he gets 20 20 to 25 receptions. Warner only got, 4 receptions? What's up, Rudy? Rudy, is that you? Is that you, my bro? I see you pop in, but sometimes I wonder if it's really you or if it's the fake Rudy. Send me a text, bro. Let me know on text. Send me a quick text that is really you, and I'll give you the kudos for being in the channel and let everybody in my show know that this is the real deal. If you don't gotta write anything. Just send me hi Beto on text and confirm that it's you. But if I don't get a text from you, I'm gonna assume that this is not the real Rudy. So Rudy, if you can do that for me, I would appreciate it, man. Until then, I'm not going to bring you up in a highlight comment until you confirm to me you're the real Rudy, the real McCoy. I hope we teach Kansas City a lesson when they come to Levi. That game, in particular, Dina, is going to be a great indication of where the Niners are at. Brock Purdy's having a complete offseason. Though Brandon and you, hopefully that situation will be taken care of. Debo, Kittle, now with Thomas. We had Parcells. We had Cowing. We do everything we can to go into that game and beat the Chiefs. That game is going to indicate how far we have come from last year to this year with the additions in free agency, with the additions in the draft. Have the Niners done enough to get over that hump? And that hump is Kansas City, Andy Reid, and Patrick Mahomes. Right now, if Brock is Superman, then Patrick Mahomes must be his kryptonite. And we need to get rid of that kryptonite quick. Now, I haven't got a text from Rudy, so I'm assuming this is not the real Rudy. This is the invitation Rudy. So, let's see here. Who came in? What's up, girl? There's my girl. There is my girl. How you doing? Royalty has come in. My co-host, my wonderful co-host on Thursdays. By the way, every Thursday at 5 p.m., we go live. Myself and Jess from East Coast Red and Gold. We come together. We just chop it up. We talk about the topics that are there. And we just have a great time on the Niners Now podcast. So make sure to tune in 5 p.m. every Thursday for me and Jess as we talk Niner football. Now, later on today, ladies and gentlemen, later on today at 5 p.m., at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, make sure to tune in to East Coast Red and Gold. They go live every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock East Coast. Make sure to support their channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Show Jess and the rest of them your love and support by not only subscribing, but commentating on their live. So they're going to live today in about an hour from now. And they're going to be having, I think Kenny Cope is going to be their guest for tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jess, but I think that's the guest. So make sure to support them and follow them on there. Of course, Jess, you're my girl, man. I know me and you haven't talked lately. I know that we missed a couple of Thursdays. But Jess, I truly, and I'll say this publicly, I am blessed to have you as a friend. Jess is a wonderful person, and I am so glad that we are friends. Not only friends, but that we are co-hosts on Thursdays. Wouldn't change that for the world. So, getting back to the Christian McCaffrey. How important is Christian McCaffrey to the San Francisco 49ers? how important. Matter of fact, so we were talking about McCaffrey. Let me go ahead and add McCaffrey. There we go. How important is Christian McCaffrey to this offense? Now, 2 years ago, we traded we traded our second, our third, our fourth, and a fifth round over to Carolina Panthers for Christian McCaffrey. And I remember a lot of Niner fans having questions, not about his ability, but availability. That's what they were questioning. There was no doubt that Christian McCaffrey ability to do what he does is there. I think Niner fans were concerned about his availability. Would he be available in games for what we've seen with the Carolina Panthers? And giving up a 2, a 3, a 4th, and a 5th back then was kind of shaky. Let's be honest. 2020, hindsight 2020 is wonderful, right? But let's be honest, back then in 2022, when we brought in Christian McCaffrey and we gave up a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth, and we knew that he has gotten injured, a lot of us were concerned about his availability. Could he be available? Now, fast forward, this guy has been nothing but amazing for the San Francisco 49ers. Amazing. He has been durable. He has been catching the ball, running the ball. I think he had like 21 touchdowns last year. This guy has been amazing since we traded for him. Now we can say, shit, yeah, a second, a third, and a fourth, and a fifth, I would do it all over again because of the production that we have received from one Christian McCaffrey. So now that the Niners extended his contract, it's a way of saying thank you to a running back that pulled all his weight into the game. Christian McCaffrey was going into this year with no guarantees. And let's keep it real. If I was McCaffrey and I was going into a team that I can get hurt, and if I get hurt, God forbid, it can end my career. If I don't play as good as I'm supposed to play because of an injury, things don't look very good. So each player has to establish guarantee money, put money in their bank account while they can. So I know some Niner fans were mad that Christian McCaffrey wanted a little bit more money. Why not? What he does for this team, the production that we get from him, the guy deserved what he got. $19 million per year. He is setting the bar for future running backs. As we all know, running backs in the NFL don't get top dollar. Your receiver, 24. Look at Justin Jefferson, $35 million per year. Bosa, defensive end, $34 million per year. Other receivers like Debo, $24 million per year. You're going to get Brandon Ayuk, you're going to get at least 30. The kid from Detroit, 30. Tyreek Hill, 30 plus. So the tight ends even get more money than a running back. So I'm happy for Christian McCaffrey, but I'm happy for the 49ers for taking care of their own. This is why I know that Brandon Ayuk isn't going anywhere. He's not going to be traded. He's not going to play on his fifth-year option. Listen, the Niners will take care of Brandon Ayuk. They'll take care of him. They took care of Debo. They're taking care of Fred Warner. They're taking care of Kittle. And they're going to take care of Brandon Ayuk. The Niners brought back Jawan Jennings. They extended McCaffrey. What makes you feel that the Niners will not pay Brandon Ayuk? Brandon Ayuk is a product that they brought in by drafting him. They develop him, and he has developed who he is in San Francisco. The Niners don't tend to let players like that go. Many people, when I bring that conversation, tell me, but yes, DeForest Buckner, he left. Well, first of all, DeForest Buckner was not a choice by this regime. But he was a great player. Now, they did make an effort to pay him. In 2018, they made him an offer. They wanted to retain his services, but I'm not crapping on DeForest Buckner. Get your money, whether it's here or elsewhere, but get your money because the future isn't promised due to injury or so on. So they offered him a contract. He denied it. He wanted more. The Niners felt like, no, for what you do, as great as you are, we don't feel that we want to pay that amount. So they told him, go and seek another team, have them reach out to us, and based on what they offer us for you, we'll go ahead and trade you. Now, we felt DeForest Buckner's trade. Why? We felt it because we did not draft his replacement. We took a flyer on Javon Kinlaw. We took a flyer on Javon Kinlaw. He did not work out, and therefore the whole trade of DeForest Buckner got blown up. But I guarantee you, if Javon Kinlaw would have worked out, we would have forgotten about Buckner. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. But I love the fact that we extended Christian McCaffrey 2 more years. Now, they call it an extension, right? They call it an extension, but really, it's a new contract. That's what it really is. They tear up the old contract and they rewrite a new one for 4 years. Because if that wasn't the case, and they extended his contract 2 years at 19, that means he will get 16 in this year and 16 in 25, and then 19 in 26 and 19 in 27. That's not the case. He is getting 19 right off the bat. So to me, they ripped up the whole contract and they rewrote a new one for 4 years. So at $38 million, worth up to $38 million. Good for McCaffrey, good for the San Francisco 49ers, and great for us, the fans, that we can continue to enjoy McCaffrey on our roster. What's up, Tony? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing, my friend? The girls are doing good. Jayla finished. Okay, so you're talking amongst each other. Great. Say hello to Jayla and Ariel for me, by the way. Appreciate it. I can't wait for the season to start. You and me, my friend. You and me. I will go to the Super Bowl this year. And wait a minute. We will go. All right. I got a little excited when I thought you were going to the Super Bowl. But referring to the Niners will go to the Super Bowl this year and win. I love the confidence. Tony. What's up, Roberto Davis in the house? Good to see you, my friend. This is Hi, Beto. I am still at work, but wanted to say hi. Go Niners. Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate that. Very, very much. Losing Defoe was painful. It was painful because Kinlaw didn't work out. Now, let me ask you guys this. You guys are honest Niner fans. If the Niners would have taken Warps, I forgot his first name. Christian? No, not Christian. Warps, the guy that tackle that went to Tampa. Remember we traded with Tampa? They took Warps. So if we don't trade with Tampa and we take Warps, and the way he's been an old pro in his career, could we honestly say that the Forrest Buckner would have been a bad trade? Or let's say Kinlaw would have been a 10, 12, 13 sack enforcer in the middle. Would it still be painful losing Buckner? I think the reason why it's pain losing Buckner is because Kinlaw did not work out. And Javon Hargrave came overweight. I think that we're going to get a great year out of Javon Hargrave. He lost weight. He looks like he's more in shape. And I think he wants to redeem himself from last year. He wants to redeem himself. What's up, Bebop? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the show, my friend. If we had gotten worse, it would be less painful. Absolutely. Look who it is. It's my brother from a whole different mother. Jason, Captain Niner. What's up, my brother? My Uso. How you doing, sir? So make sure to wipe your feet and smash that like button for your boy Niner Sickness on YouTube. Now, if you're watching me on Facebook, if you're watching me on my page or my group, or if you're watching me on Instagram or on Twitter, formerly known Twitter, now X, when you get an opportunity, if you can make your way over to YouTube really quick, it doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of your time and a little bit of your effort. Go to the browser, bring up YouTube on your device, type in Niner Sickness Podcast. I will pop up right away. If you haven't subscribed already, please do me a favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have, thank you so much for being a subscriber. Make sure to hit the like button. I would appreciate it. And most importantly, hit the notification bell so when I go live, and I like to go live random, you will be notified so we can all break bread together and talk 49er football. Oops, that's the wrong button. So, Christian McCaffrey, $38 million. He gets 19 per year. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Let's go ahead and talk about Debo. Let's go ahead and talk about Debo. Debo. Let's go ahead and talk about Debo for a minute. What's up, Big Jason in the house? I see you, Big Jason. How you doing, sir? Debo was asked about his feelings when he heard that the Niners attempted to trade him. Now, sometimes I laugh at I know that the reporters are doing their job, the journalists, they're doing their job. How did you feel, Debo, when you found out you were being how do you think he felt? Now, I understand it's part of the business. He knows it. He's a smart man. He knows the business. The 49ers are going to do their due diligence each and every time to get better. At least hear what other teams have to say regarding players they have. But as a player, even if you don't want to admit it, it does hurt. It does hurt that the team you work for entertained, at the very least, the possibility of getting rid of your ass. Come on. You put in your body, you put your body in harm's way, you work your ass off, you do what you got to do, and you hear that you were on the chopping block. Possibly. Allegedly, you were on the trading block. If that doesn't piss you off, you must not be human. But Debo also, on the same token, realized, you know what? It's a business. All I'm gonna do is control what I can control. Is I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna work my butt off. I'm gonna do what I can do to make sure that if this team ever trades me, it won't be such an easy decision for them to do so. And that's what Debo is going to do. It says here, the San Francisco 49ers star receiver Debo Samuel was subject of trade rumors earlier this offseason, but he didn't give them too much attention. Yeah, I heard it, Samuel said, of the speculation that the Niners were accepting trade calls for him prior to the NFL draft. The athletic Tim Kawakami had a conversation with my agent about it. They were going back and forth with it. Whoever it was a thing at first, but gonna move past it. We're here, and we're here together. He understood it was a business move from the 49ers. And keep this in mind. Just because Debo wasn't traded, it doesn't mean that nobody made an offer for Debo. It doesn't mean that nobody wants Debo. To me, what it means is the Niners hold Debo at a high standard, and they're like, listen, this is how much we think he's worth. And if you don't give us what we think he's worth, he's not going anywhere. And they set the standard high, the bar. So the fact that Debo didn't go anywhere means that the Niners covet what he provides on the field and off the field. And Debo said, but we're going to move past it. We're here, meaning him and his agent. We're here to get better. So I like the attitude of Debo Samuel. I love his maturity. That tells me that Debo is getting more mature and he's being more careful with the words that he uses. Now, in the statement that I just read, off the clock, if you will, he might have a completely different comment about that question. But on the clock, he was professional and said what he had to say to the media. And I got to give him hands up for that. That was a great way of handling the situation, Debo. I think Debo Samuel has that look in his eyes. He had it in 2019 and 2020 season. He has something to prove this season. I'm with you. And that's motivation to get more money. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not being sarcastic by saying that. His motivation is to prove his critics wrong, number one, and two, to get paid, whether it's with the Niners going forward or with another team. But he wants to go on the field on 2024 and show the world this guy still has it. This guy can still help a team win. And I think from that perspective, Big Jason, Debo is going to show up and show out in 2024. Long as he doesn't get hurt, I think his numbers are going to jump off the board, myself personally, because Debo definitely has something to prove at this part of his career. Great statement there, Big Jason. Is Ricky Parcell the Debo replacement? I don't know. I really don't know, Roberto. But what I can say is, I feel, in my opinion only, that Jacob Cowing could be eventually the replacement of Debo Samuel. I think that they brought in Jacob Cowing to be that replacement. Personally, myself, I think that Ricky Parcell is such a good player. They love what they saw on tape. They fell in love with this kid. Did they feel that he was maybe a number one draft pick? Who knows? Yes, maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. Who really, really knows? But I can tell you this. They fell in love with this kid. Now, none of us were in the war room. We were not flies on the wall. So we all make our speculations. We all make our opinions of what things could have, would have happened, or should have happened. But the fact that when the Niners were on the clock, they let that clock drain to the bottom and then drafted Ricky. I'm assuming they were trying to trade back enough where they can still take Ricky Parcell, and I believe that whatever teams wanted to come up in the first round didn't offer a very good spot for them. Or the Niners liked this kid so much that they wanted to draft him in the first round to have that 5th-year option. Look what we're going through right now with Brandon Ayuk. I think he'll sign, but if he doesn't, he's going to have to play on that 5th-year option. And I think the Niners went that route with Ricky Parcell. I think they like him, they like his potential, and they wanted to get that 5th-year option for him. Now, people say, is he a truly number one draft pick? Is he a second rounder? At the end of the day, I don't care where you get drafted. This is me. Me personally and myself only. I don't care where you get drafted. I care about your production while you are part of the San Francisco 49ers. What can you do for me? I don't care if you get drafted in the first round, second round. Brock Purdy is about to get paid a quarterback who was drafted in the 7th round. The production that we got from Brock Purdy came from someone that we took in the 7th round. So me personally don't care where you're. Now, I've heard some people say that they can accept Ricky Parcell, but they can only accept him if he would have been taken in the 2nd or 3rd round. You know how ridiculous that sounds? Yes, there were other potential candidates at number 1 that the Niners could have looked at other than Ricky. I understand that part. But if Ricky turns out to be a player that is a great player for years to come, does it matter where he got drafted? I just want the production from these players regardless of where they get drafted. That's it. What can you do for my squad once you come on board? What can you do for me? It is in Debo's best interest to have a career year this year. Absolutely. 100% absolutely. What's up, Crazy Juice? Good to see you, my friend. Can't wait to see Purcell and Cowing in preseason. Yes. During the season, I don't know if we're going to see Cowing that much. Maybe. But I think we'll get a chance to really get to see Ricky. We'll get a chance to see Ricky in there. Hearing great things about the tight end Pline. Brent Jones comparison. Now, I grew up watching Brent Jones in action. I'm not too familiar, to be honest, with the undrafted tight end. We'll have to wait and see. But I have a lot of memories. I remember when Brent Jones got drafted, and I remember when he retired. Yes, I am an old fart. Purdy to Purcell. Now, I've been hearing, Jess, that, and again, there's no pads. They're running in shorts, tan tops, or whatever. But the Brock Purdy to Cowing has been phenomenal, has been great. I can't wait for training camp to start. I really can't. I cannot wait for training camp to start because I want to see the true potential of these players and how they're going to help out us going forward. So Debo, man up. He handled his business. I appreciate what Debo did. Samuel is facing an uncertain future in San Francisco as the team has the option to release him from his contract after the 2024 season. Kawakami noted that if Samuel repeats his up and down 2023 performance this season, he will likely be traded or released. So basically what Tim Kawakami from The Athletic is saying that if Debo has an up and down season like he had in 23, he'll either be traded or released. But if he has a 2021 season? If he has a 21 season, then the Niners may be paying him some money. It's all on Debo. What does Debo want? The 20-year-old played 15 games last season and recorded 60 catches for 892 yards and 7 touchdowns, while adding 225 rushing yards and 5 more scores. He has yet to return to the level of production he had in 2021 when he was named first team All-Pro after finishing with 1,400 plus yards and 6 touchdowns in addition to 365 yards on the ground and 8 scores by running the ball. Can we get a 2021 type of production from Debo Samuel? And if we do, could the Niners afford Debo and Brandon Ayuk once Brandon Ayuk gets his new contract? I'm not going to lie. It will be a tight roster when it comes to the cap. Can it be done? Absolutely. Listen, for example, Christian McCaffrey. We upgraded his contract, extended it, if you will. We're paying him more money, but yet we saved 8-point-something million against the cap this year. So if Debo plays out the way he played in 2021, Brandon Ayuk gets paid, which he will, there is a world where they both can live in San Francisco. Even if Brock Purdy gets paid 50 plus, there's a world where they can be together. Is it a high percentage? Probably not. Now, if Ricky Parcells comes on this year and really picks up the offense, really demonstrates that this kid has it and will get only better next year, that'll make the decision for the Niners a bit easier to move on from Debo. A lot of people ask me, hey, Niners sickness, do you think that the Niners are going to move on for Debo next year? I go, I don't know. He goes, what do you mean? I go, there's two things that are going to tell the Niners whether they're going to move on or not. One, how is Debo going to play in 2024? Is he going to be the 2023 Debo or is he going to be the 2021 Debo? Second, is Ricky Parcell going to step up and become that future of this organization? Those two factors will determine if Debo is here or gone next year. So for us to sit there and say he will be traded for sure, we don't know that. And to say that he won't be traded, we don't know that either. We can only assume something. Do you think we might see Ayuk have a down year since he's about to get paid? We have seen other players not perform like they usually do when they get the bag. Fred Warner has never shown me any setbacks. Kittle did not have a down year. Maybe when it comes to injuries, I think the whole situation with Bosa is because he wasn't in training camp, he wasn't in OTAs, he wasn't in mini camp, that affected his rhythm and the way he goes about things, his regiment, and it just kind of threw him off because of the whole contract, and he kind of had no choice but to wait, and I think that threw him off. But I don't think they have a down year. If you are good at what you do, and you are a perfectionist, and you are a pro, and the way you take care of your body, and the way you conduct yourself, I don't think there's a setback. To me, a setback is not if you have less stats than you had the year before. To me, a setback is if you're dropping the ball, you're not getting open, you're not helping your quarterback out. To me, those are setbacks. But great question or statement, actually, Mr. Crazy Juice. Oh, question, actually. Kenny is in the house. Now, this gentleman here, Kenny 49ers, will be the guest today at 5 p.m. in about 20 minutes, which I'll be getting off before 5 so that you guys can make your way over there at East Coast Red and Gold. He'll be the guest of that wonderful crew over there with Jess. They do an amazing job, so make sure to support them and check out Kenny. Kenny writes, that's a problem. Exactly. All contracts end. He's made a lot of money. If he's released, he'll be signed immediately by another team. Debo had almost 900 yards receiving, almost 300 yards rushing, and he had more touchdowns than Brandon Ayuk. There's a question that a lot of us amongst each other talk about. Did somebody slip by me? No. Hey, what's up, brother? There's Luis Moreno in the house. What's up, Luis? There's a lot of conversations that go on amongst Niners, amongst the Niner family about who is more better for the Niners, Debo Samuel or Brandon Ayuk. Who is truly the number one, or who is more important to this organization, Debo or Ayuk. Many are Team Debo, many are Team Ayuk. And there's nothing wrong. I think they're both great. They're both amazing. And they both bring something to the table. Now, Debo is unique in what he does. He is unique. The way he can run in the backfield, catch the ball like a receiver, tight end. He can be a tight end, running back, and receiver. Debo is a unique player. Brandon Ayuk is an amazing number one. Okay? I love Brandon Ayuk. I really do. I don't want to lose anybody. That's just me. I don't want to lose any of them. They're both great assets to the San Francisco 49er. But you can bring in someone to eventually take over for Brandon Ayuk. It is much harder to bring in someone that can do what Debo does. Now, I'm not saying Debo is better than Ayuk or vice versa. What I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that you can go and draft a receiver that can run great routes, that can separate like Ayuk does. But it's harder to get that Debo clone. Teams have been doing it. Ever since Debo broke out with the San Francisco 49ers, particularly the performance that he put in 2021, teams have been trying to get their next Debo. The problem with Debo is because of his style of play, because the way he plays on the field, he gets hurt more than Ayuk. So he's not as available than Ayuk would be. And I don't care how good you are. I don't care if you're not replaceable or you are. If you're not on the practice field and if you're not on the field on game day, your skills doesn't matter because they cannot be done because you're not on the field. So is Debo a better receiver in the sense of what he can do? Maybe. But he gets hurt a lot. And that's the downside to Debo. He gets hurt a lot, and it could be because of his style, the way he plays, that worries me. That worries me a lot. Kenny says, he'll be a focus. Now imagine Debo being ignored because of the offense. And now all about Debo and BA. It's a great point. You're welcome, Kenny. You're welcome, my friend. Hey, anybody that knows me, I love to promote other content creators. I'm not trying to, blow my own horn here and trying to be Mr. Oh, but I really believe in helping and promoting other content creators. Whether you have a small channel or a bigger channel than me, I love to promote other content creators. Me personally, I want everyone to be better than me. And that's not a really high standard because everybody's better than me. But you know my point. I want everyone to thrive. I want all the great content creators out there to do their thing and enjoy what they're doing. And some of them I agree with, some of them I don't. But the beautiful thing about content creators, you get to choose who you want to listen to. You get to choose what you want to listen to. And that's the beauty of having multiple content creators doing their thing. If Debo becomes the third, fourth option, he will be an unstoppable force just because the best corners are not covering him as intensely anymore. Dawn, what's up, girl? Gonna head out, Niner family, getting ready for Jayla's Junior Giants meeting. See y'all on the next podcast. You're probably already gone by the time I got to your comment. Sorry, Don. Have a beautiful day. You are amazing. I can never say enough of Dawn Dotson. She's a wonderful supporter of the channel, wonderful mother, wonderful wife to her husband, wonderful mother to her daughters. She is a woman without a cape. She is what I would call a superwoman. Thank you so much for being here, Dawn. I just wish the creators can organize and not stream at once. Then more would. Yeah. Now, that's something like I'm going to end it at 5 because I know you guys are going on at 5. But because there's so many content creators out there, and particularly with the 49ers, that, see, you get fan bases like the Jets, fan bases like the Browns, teams like Carolina, Arizona. There's not that many content creators. So therefore, they don't run into those issues. But in San Francisco and how popular the 49ers are, you got multiple creators. It is hard to watch everybody's time frame. Like, when do I go live? When do that person go live? I hear what you're saying, Kenny. It would be nice if we can be organized, but I just think it's so many people doing their thing that you just got to do you. You got to me, personally, myself, as a content creator, I just build a relationship with each of my viewers, and I do my live, and I understand that maybe someone, and I'm going to use Jason, my Uso brother. I hope you don't mind, Jason. I'm going to use you as an example. Let's say I go live at 5:30, or let's say I go live at 4:30, and 5 o'clock comes around, and the East Coast Red and Gold starts their channel. If Jason stays, great. If he goes and supports Jess and that channel, that's fine too. Go and support that channel. That's fine. Me personally, I do this, and again, I know what you mean, Kenny. I understand your question, but I enjoy what I do. I do it because I love it. I do it because I have fun, and if people are watching me, great. If they're not, it's okay. It's impossible to watch everybody unless you have like 50 devices, and that's crazy within itself. Because now who are you listening to? It sounds like a different language because you're listening to so many different creators at one time. So for me personally, let's say Jesse Naylor, let's say the Gold Rush, Kenny 49ers, maybe McNiner, David McNiner's on. Let's say all these channels are on. My boy Jason with his channel, I'll sit there and go, all right, I'll listen a little bit to Jason's channel. I'll listen a little bit to Kenny's channel. I'll listen a little bit to whoever channel is available at that time. And whatever catches me of what they're saying is who I listen to. You get what I'm getting? So all I can advise everybody is have great content. Do your thing. And if somebody listens to you and they like what they hear from you, they'll stick around. But I hear you. It's just there's so many content creators out there that I would think it would be almost impossible to organize. Because let's say I have a channel, let's say I want to start a show at 5 and you guys are already at 5. There's no way I can organize unless I change the date. So if I do my channel at 5, and which I won't because Jesse will kill me. But if I did my channel at 5 while Jesse's channel is going on, it's just really up to the prerogative of the individual. I don't look at it as disrespect or someone just trying to take away my viewers. I'm always encouraging people to go other channels. You know what I mean? So I do what I do. I try to be mindful of the channels that are going live. Sometimes I'm good at it. Sometimes I'm not. But it's never personal. If I do a live where someone's already live, Maybe I forgot they were live. Maybe I did not see them go live. And I just decided to go live. But it was never intentional to piss anybody off. I try to be mindful to the best of my ability and respect each content creator. But there's so many. Okay, I can't go live at 5 because the East Coast Red and Gold's on. I can't go out at 6 because Kenny's on. I can't go on at 7 because Devin McNiner's on. Or I can't go on at 4 because so-and-so is on. It'll just go crazy. Anyway, I know I went on a rant on that, but I wanted to bring up that topic because I know there's a lot of us that get a little frustrated with that. I open different tabs for different channels and go back and forth. Hey, man, if you can do that, more power to you. I get distracted. My wife will tell you. I can have 8 channels open. But if I open the first channel and I start listening, I get stuck there. If I'm listening to Kenny at 5 o'clock today and my Uso's going on as well, but I started to watch Kenny first, most likely I'm going to stay there, not because I don't love Jason, because I'm stuck there. Not stuck's the wrong word. I don't want for that to be misunderstood. I don't have that, alertness that I have 5 tabs open. I'm like a horse with those things on their side, and I'm very focused on what's in front of me and kind of lose out on what's side of me. My wife will tell you, I'll go to the kitchen to get one thing, and I'll come back to my office with something else. And my wife will say, hey, didn't you come to the kitchen to get this? Oh, yeah. What happened? I got this. So I get really distracted really easy. So anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off because the show starts at 5. For those that are watching me, please do me a favor. Those that are watching me live right now, do me a favor. Make sure to tune in to Red and Gold, East Coast Red and Gold podcast. They go live in about 8 minutes from now. Make sure to support their channel by subscribing and hit the like button and hit the notification. You will be notified. It's 8 minutes from right now. So whatever time zone you're in, it's 8 minutes from your clock. They will start, and they're going to have Kenny. I'm going to go to the channel and I'm going to support it on the comments. I want to see how many of you are going to watch. And do me a favor. In the comments, I want you guys to raid their channel and say that the Niner Sickness sent you. Can you guys do that for me? Those that are watching, can you guys say that Niner Sickness sent you over? And a lot of you guys are watching me on Facebook. I do understand that the Red and Gold, East Coast Red and Gold only go live on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight their link. I'm going to put it on my page on Facebook. Click on it. Head over there, support them, subscribe to them, and let them know that I sent you, and let's support one another. All right, guys. At the end of the day, we all rep the Red and Gold. Let's continue to support the 49ers and support one another. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful evening. And your boy Niner Sickness is signing off, and we'll see you in the comments of the show of East Coast Red and Gold. Peace.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.